I'm in forest looking for some exciting images of birds. Let's just see what we can get. Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I thought I'd go through what we've got here and then we're going to show you the free accessories that I think is really good. So first of all, DJI OSMO Pocket 3. I've already done an unboxing, so go and watch that if you want to see what's actually in the box, but I'll briefly go through and break down what you get in the Creator Combo package. Right, so basically you obviously get your Pocket 3 camera, you get a tripod, you get an attachment that just fits underneath it. So basically what you do is you fit that underneath it like so, and you can pop that on your tripod, on the small tripod or a bigger tripod. That's all that is. It allows you to charge because there is a USB-C in the front, but it's basically a tripod stand basically. And then obviously if you want to take it off, you take it off. And then what else you get is the same sort of thing really. Has a tripod mount underneath, but it's like a mini battery pack that'll last you about 60% longer, and again you just put that on like so and take that off, and that's a little battery pack. The other thing you get with the package is the DJI microphone with the wind thing on top like so. Basically you also get a magnet on there, so you can attach that onto your clothes because it's got a clip, and if you want to use the magnet, let me just show you. You can get it off. It's a very strong magnet. Put it underneath your clothes like so, attach that, and look there, it stays on. It's quite strong as well. However, I'd be more inclined to want to use the clip that's on there. There's a clip on there, hopefully you can see that, and you just pop that on like that. It's a bit more secure I think than the magnet, but it's up to you. And then obviously you get a case, which is just, it's half a case really because there's no top to it, and you get a wide angle lens that can attach. There's a little section there that allows you to obviously put it in, slot it in there. It's magnetised so it stays in place, and you've got another area there for putting a filter. So in the Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo you get this case as well, and obviously the tripod. So let me try and assemble it so you can see how it would go together. Is you attach that to that, that's your battery pack, put your tripod on as well underneath. You can do that like so, and that's how long it is. Quite holdable if you've got large hands. You know, if we just turn it on, look, that's on, as you can see. Can you see me in there? Yeah. So it's just a small little handy camera. It's not obvious like an SLR or a mirrorless camera is, and you get a fair amount of charge out of the whole unit. And then if you want to mount it on your desk, you can do it like this. Yeah, there you go. So it's quite handy really, but I just wanted to show you what you get in the Creator Combo. I've done an unboxing like I said, so go and check that out. So what else can you get? Now there's various options out there, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of getting a cradle that fits onto the Pocket 3. You can get various cases as well, different brands, different names, very similar product. However, the Ulanzi product that I had to order from Amazon.com, which is from America, funny enough, all the items are made in China, so it's gone from China to America and America to the UK. So there are other companies that do similar things. JJC a well-known Chinese manufacturer that does various accessories for various cameras. For example, I've got the Canon 800mm STM lens. They do a lens hood for that. That's at the time Canon, you weren't able to get hold of it because it was brand new, so they made their own, and it's the same sort of thing. And I think it was only about 16 quid, and the Canon one was about 50 quid, so a big price difference. So we've got these accessories, and also DJI do their own cradle. The only problem with the DJI cradle that I've seen for the camera is there's no mounts to attach it. So any mounts you want to attach, such as a belt attachment or a tripod attachment, or something that allows you to put a microphone on the side of the camera, like a side on the side there, or a light or something like that. Any sort of attachments, or say a hot shoe attachment for your mirrorless camera or digital SLR, you have to buy them third party. JJC also come up with their own sort of cradle that includes a hot shoe attachment. So you sort of have a bit of a choice there, whether you want to go for the official DJI but it doesn't have any attachments, or go for the JJC, which does have attachments. And there's other manufacturers, they all seem to be very similar products, if I'm honest with you. But the reason I went for the Ulanzi is I saw another video on YouTube highlighting these accessories. So I will put a link in the description box if you want to go and watch that video. So a shout out to them, obviously. So go and check out in the description box, there will be a link, press that and you'll be able to watch that video. But I bought the free accessories that we can open up and have a look. So this is basically a top case that goes over the top to protect the camera. Unfortunately, the case that DJI give you it has no top section, so it doesn't protect the camera in its entirety. So let me just take this out. So essentially that's what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen. And basically it opens up like that, and then you put your camera. Let me just disassemble this. So that comes off. So obviously there's a little section here. Some of it is a bit sort of translucent. You can see through a little bit of it, but not much. So basically you put that on there like so, make sure your camera is turned off and properly locked in place, and then that protects your camera. It's not a super tight fit, but it does fit quite nicely, and it does seem to be quite decent quality, and that's another reason why I went for Ulanzi, because it's decent quality stuff. It's not cheap plastic, you know. Obviously this case here is plastic. It's a hard type plastic, but it protects your camera, so you know it looks quite nice. And I'll put the pricings in the description box if you want to know how much they cost. But basically the whole thing was about, for these free products were about, I think it was about $78 or something like that. So without further ado, let's open up this box, if we can get it open. Now this one is the Ulanzi CA22. I'll try and quote you the codes. So for the case that I've just opened, it's PK07, PK-07. For the Ulanzi hot shoe attachment, now this is slightly different to the other hot shoe attachments that I've seen, where you can get your camera to mount on top. With this, it sort of mounts it on the side, so it allows you to have this. Forget the camera. You can open it as. How you open it now? Right, open that. Now this attachment, once you've put it all on, allows you to mount it sideways onto your hot shoe attachment, which means your camera, which means the camera can face that way on top of your camera. As you know, you've got your SLR like that, you've got that on top. Now, with the other ones that I've seen, you're mounting it like that forward, so it's overshadowing your lens, and it could appear in a wide angle lens. You might be able to see it in your shot, so that's why it's being side mounted is better. So let's have a look at the product. We got an Allen key for it. Okay. And here it is, CA22. Hopefully you can see that, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see that? That's what it looks like. And it's just basically a hot shoe that attaches onto an SLR camera. But what the point I want to make with this is it's made out of metal. It's quite solid. It's not plastic. The only plastic part of it is the hot shoe tightening knob. There's a tightening knob on there, but the rest of it's metal, so that's quite heavy duty. So here we have the main piece, which is the PK-06 expansion adapter for DJI OSMO Pocket 3. So essentially we need to open this up. So let's just see what's in the box. Just a bit of bubble wrap, and there's the product. So let's just take that off. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. There's a strap on there actually that's already attached, which is quite nice. Essentially that's what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see that? It's just a metal thing that attaches to the bottom of your DJI Pocket 3. So essentially it will slot in, but I do believe it opens up. So I'll just show you there, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lock button switch there. If you can see that, you just open it up and it opens up like so. So basically we just slot the Osmo in there. Make sure the buttons are through the sockets, and it should fit nicely, and then it locks into place like so. So there you go. So that's the actual what do they call it? The expansion adapter for DJI OSMO Pocket 3. So it's an expansion adapter, and basically you have two sides to it. One here is to mount the hot shoe, and on this side you can slot something that has a hot shoe attachment on it, such as a light or a microphone. So if we get the adapter there, and we slot that on like so, as you can see, you can mount it sideways onto your SLR. So let me go and get my R7 and I'll show you. Right everyone, here's my R7. It's a mirrorless camera, which is an APS-C camera. But hopefully you'll be able to see this in the video. But basically here we have the Osmo Pocket 3. Now with the adapter, instead of having it mounted like that, I can mount it sideways. So all we do is we slot that on, tighten the knob, and we've got a vlogging camera on the camera, and there's enough room to allow that to go sideways like so. Now what you need to do is to get this to work in landscape mode, instead of, at the moment the orientation is like a smartphone in the vertical way. You go into your settings and you lock the settings that allow you to go full landscape mode this way, and that way you get the full readout in the video. in terms of the orientation. But I just wanted to show you how you can have this as a vlogging camera doing your photography. So if you're doing a video, and you can also like tap it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. No, not that. If you tap your Osmo Pocket 3 times, 1, 2, 3, it goes into vlogging mode, you know, and I can vlog myself while I'm doing my photography, talking about what I'm doing. You know, if I see a bird that I'm photographing or filming, I go, "Ooh, that's a nice bird. Oh, let's see how it's going." You know, and I can talk to camera to it. So let me just go into the settings and lock this so you can see it in landscape mode working. Right guys, I've just turned it on and it's in landscape mode now. So we can get full landscape mode even though we're in a different orientation in terms of filming. And if I want to have the camera film me piece to piece, you press the joystick button 3 times, 2, 3, and the camera rotates so it's aimed at me. I have noticed sometimes you need to just move the lens a little bit over, but it's filming now in terms of having the camera set up. So this is like a vlogging setup that I wanted to show you in terms of how you get something to fit on your digital SLR or mirrorless camera that allows you to film it. So let me just bring the camera to the desk so you can see it, how it's all put together, and then you can make your mind up whether you think this is a good accessory. But I do think for $78 I think it was, the 3 pieces that was. Again, I'll put prices in the description box if you want to know, and I'll also put some links in there as well. But that's essentially what we've got. So the 3 products that we've got is the Ulanzi hot shoe adapter, the cradle and the case. So if we want to protect it, we just pop it on there, shut it, and we've protected the camera. So to take that off, I think you just open it like so, and that's the case. And then let's try and put the cradle on. To open it, there is like a lock and open button there, hopefully you can see. So essentially you just pop that on, line it up with the buttons like so, and just to make sure there's a bit of clearance for the screen to rotate, you just need to bring it down a bit, that's all. Just make sure there's enough room, like so, and then that opens, and then you just put it on and it shuts. We've got straps, so we've got 2 straps here. One's a DJI one that came with the Osmo, and another one's one that's come with the Ulanzi. And then obviously we've got a hot shoe area here, you can see that. Hot shoe slot there, and an attachment here for the actual hot shoe, which just clicks into place. It's nice and solid, and then you just screw it on there like so, and screw it. Hopefully you can see that, ladies and gentlemen. And that's more or less the camera, how it's looking. And then we just now got the screen locked. As you can see, it's in landscape mode. We can obviously undo that if we want to. I'm still new to the camera, so you know, please bear with me. So essentially that's the 3 attachments I've got for my SLR camera, or mirrorless camera. This is the R7. I'm filming on the R6 if you're wondering. It's quite a nice camera. So the reason you may want to get a small camera like this, like the Osmo Pocket 3, it's less intimidating than an SLR camera, as you can appreciate. So the reason why I decided to get the Osmo Pocket 3 is it's less intimidating than having a full-blown SLR camera. As you can appreciate, it's quite small, and if you compare it to a big camera like this, which is more noticeable, obviously this is, rather than the Osmo Pocket 3 is. So I just wanted to show you the products that I've got here. Hopefully you find this video informative. Right guys, I thought I'd give you a price breakdown so you know how much they cost. So for the adapter for the Osmo Pocket 3, it was just about $40. So that's about, what's that, £35, something like that. The case to protect it was only about $10, so probably about £8. And the hot shoe adapter, which is quite unique because all the other manufacturer ones are quite different to this. They don't actually attach to the side of the mount like this does. And this was about $15. So that was probably about £12. And then you've got import duty and postage and all that. So when you add it all together, it was about £78. But I just wanted to show you these attachments and why I think these three products are a must-have for the Osmo Pocket 3. Yes, there are alternatives, other manufacturers doing similar products. I just don't think the actual adapter that you get for the Osmo Pocket 3 in the other manufacturers, even DJI's version, is as heavy duty as this. This is metal. You can pretty much knock someone out with that. It's that heavy duty, and it's strong. So it comes, obviously has its own strap as well. So you've got two straps you can put around your hand. I think from a security point of view, having this is a lot better, because obviously you've got two straps that we can use. If we just have my arm on one strap, and then you can get another strap and put it around your arm again. That is going to be quite secure to stop anyone stealing this off you while you're filming. From a security point of view, I think that is really good. Anyway, it's up to you whether you think this video is valuable to you guys. One thing I haven't mentioned is the adapter has two prongs that flip out like that. Can I show you that? Just two prongs that flip out, and that allows you to attach that to a belt clip. Hopefully you can see that in the video. You attach that to a belt clip. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. These are the three accessories I've got for the Osmo Pocket 3. Hopefully you'll find value in this video. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, do appreciate it. Check out all the links in the description box. If you want to get hold of these three products, I'll put links there for you, as well as a link to the other video that goes through some of these things as well. Thank you for your time. Remember to like the video, please, I would appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye. Forest, looking for some exciting images of birds. Let's just see what we can get.